Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've had a lot of people ask me about drugstore makeup, and we all know that I don't use it that often, but I really want to help people out who don't want to go out and spend the money that it takes for the high-end makeup. And so what I'm going to do is a little series like a drugstore 101. And even though I say drugstore, all these products you can get at Walmart. So then when you're grocery shopping, you can just go ahead and pick these things up. You actually don't have to make a special trip to Walgreens or CVS. This is all stuff I bought from Walmart. So what I'm going to do is first today tell you what you need to make a full makeup look. The look I'm wearing today is from the drugstore with drugstore brushes, drugstore makeup, everything. So today we're going to talk about what we need. I'm not going to go in depth of like what to do, but I'm just going to go over what you need. And then we're going to start breaking it down in the next few weeks of things that like applying foundation, applying blush, applying highlight, bronzer, all the different products that we bought today. We're going to start showing you like how to apply them. And that's going to be in the coming weeks. So this is going to be a little series that I'm going to try out. And you guys let me know if you like it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into these products. And if you want to see what you need to get a nice, beautiful makeup look like this, then just keep watching. Okay, so the first product you're going to need is primer. I use the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer today. This is a very affordable primer. This is between $5 and $6, and you just take a like a dime size of that, rub it between your fingers, and rub it into your skin. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need after primer is some foundation. I have not used everything from the drugstore, but I've used a lot of them. And if I had to narrow it down for a good starter one, I would go with the Loreal Infallible. This is the total cover. This is new. But you can't go wrong with the Infallible line because they have something for everybody. They have the Pro Glow, which is for dry skin to give you a more dewy look. They've got the Pro Matte for oily skin, which will make you more flat. And then this one, to me, is like a happy medium. This is my favorite one. It's the total cover, and it's new. And this is the first time I used it today. And I really liked it, actually, and I usually have a hard time saying that about drugstore foundations, but this is probably the best one I've used. Another one you can start out with is the Maybelline Fit Me line, because they also have something for everybody. I use the matte and poreless, and they also have a dewy and smooth one. So that makes it a little bit easier, because if you know your skin type, if you get shiny in the middle, usually that I would say that would be oily skin. If you get dry, flaky patches where your foundation breaks apart and like you get crusty, I'd say that's dry skin. So if you know your skin type, it makes it easier to pick. If you're very fair, you have to be careful when you get into the fair colors because they tend to run pink. So if the bottle looks, you want it to look more yellow. I don't care what color like you are. I don't really care for pink foundations. So if you look at the bottle and it looks yellow, then that's a little bit better than if you pick up the bottle and it looks pink to you. If it looks pink, probably not go with it. So that's just a couple that I recommend. The Fit Me foundation is probably about $5 or $6, and this one's probably about $11. I like this one better. But anyway. Okay, so before we talk about how we're going to apply it, the next thing you need is some concealer. I haven't used a lot of drugstore concealers, but the ones I have, this is the ones that I am kind of recommending. Maybelline Master Conceal. This is the one that I used today. It did pretty good. I mean, it's not a high-end one, but it did do pretty good. And this one is also a good one, too, if you're on the go, like if you're in a hurry. This is the Instant Age Rewind. It's supposed to erase dark circles, and it has a little sponge on the tip of it, so it makes it really easy. You can just click some in, and you can just draw in where you need, and so that makes it real convenient. But like I said, I haven't used a lot of concealers from the drugstore just because I like my ones I like. I can't help it. Okay, so to apply the foundation and concealer, you're going to need a sponge. The Beauty Sponge, this is by Real Techniques. This one runs about $5. And you're going to need this to apply your foundation. I'm not going to go into how you apply it right now because it's going to get too long, but you need one of these to apply foundation and concealer. This is a must-have. You have to have that. Okay, the next thing you're going to need is some setting powder. I like to use something, like, don't use a foundation powder, use a setting powder for your foundation, because if you use the foundation powder, it's going to be too cakey. So I like this one, the Revlon Photo Ready. This is the light medium. It's supposed to blur out all your pores and give you like an airbrush look. And then you put that like all over your face with a powder brush. And this one is the Real Techniques one. I really like the Real Techniques brushes in general from the drugstore. So that you just, we're going to go over it, but the powder brush is what you need to put that powder on with. And then under the eyes, like wherever you put the concealer, I like a loose powder. And so you just take a little bit of loose powder, and this is the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. And you're supposed to use that to put on concealer with, but I like to just dip that in the powder just so I can get to my under eye. And we'll go over it, but this is what you need for like setting all your makeup. You really need to set it, because if you don't, it's going to crease anywhere that you have lines or wrinkles or anything like that. It's going to crease. So you need these products to set the face with. Alright, so that is primer, foundation, concealer, setting powder, and our blender to put all that on. Alright, so now let's go ahead and move on to the eyes. For eyes, I really don't like to do too much during the day. So these little things by Maybelline are really great because it tells you where to put the color. So you've got like a base, a lid, a crease, a liner. I don't really use the liner during the day, but this is a good like tool for you to learn where to put your colors. So today I just used the crease color out of this, and I just put that like on the outside of my eye and just kind of brought it in just to give the eye a little definition. And then these are really great. If you're feeling like fancy, go ahead and get one of these L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows. This one is Eternal Sunshine. And you don't even need a brush for this. It's so creamy. You can just dip your finger in and you can just tap that onto your lid. So what I did was this is an e.l.f. blending eye brush. This is probably about $1 or $2. So see the tip on that? You can take that, dip it into the crease color, and just work that on the outside of the eye. And then you can take your finger and just dip in this Eternal Sunshine and then just tap that onto the lid, and you've got your full makeup look. So for eyes, all you need is a crease color. If you're feeling good, get one of these and just pick like a light color, you know, like a white or a cream or the sunshine color. One of those, I think they're about $6.97 at Walmart. And so that one's just fun because you can pop something and that really makes your eyes stand out. Okay, and then you only needed one brush for that, and that was the e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye Brush. This is probably like $1 or $2. So that's all you need for eyeshadow, because it's during the day and you really don't want to go too far with your eyeshadow. And then if you need to, I need to color in my brows because my brows are like the window to the soul. Yeah. So you need some. Okay, so I'm using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, and this is dark brunette. I like this one because it's a creamy one, and so it makes it easy to go on. Some of those cheap pencils, they don't work well. I don't know how much this one is, probably $7 or $8, but, and I'll list all the products down below with their prices. But this one is really creamy and it went on super easy. So that's a good one. Like I said, those pencils, like just the regular pencils, they're not going to work. You're going to have to scrape it across your eye and it's going to be red and it doesn't look good. Okay, so if you need to, then go ahead and get you a brow pencil and just color in your brows. And then for the mascara, You don't have to curl your lashes, but I like to. I like this mascara, even though there's so many out there and so many people are backing certain mascaras, and I don't know. I don't really like a lot of the Maybelline ones, and I'm kind of like tried or true to this one. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. And this one, it probably runs about like $7, $8, but this one is really good, and it coats your lashes, it makes it easy, and I just think that this is one of the best drugstore mascaras. Okay, so the next thing you're going to need is a bronzer. I use the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer. This is the dark shade, and I like this one because, for one thing, it smells really good. It smells like the beach. It smells just like coconut. And I use the Real Techniques blush brush to put that on with. And so this brush, even though it's for blush, I like it because it's like tapered at the end, and it makes your application not as heavy-handed. So that's why I like that. So they don't make a lot of bronzers for like drugstore bronzers. So this one is really good. So you've got your bronzer and your brush to put it on with. Okay, so you're going to need a blush to just like bring some life back to your cheeks. And so I recommend the Milani blushes. These, they run about $6, I think. And I really, like, if you've been on YouTube, you know that Luminoso is a fan favorite. This is a peachy blush. This is an everyday blush. It's not overly pigmented where you have to like be careful with it. You can just put it on the brush and just go with it. And so this one is a great one. If you are very fair, like pink shades look really good on fair people, in my opinion. And so I'm using the Dolce Pink today, and I really had to build that up. But when you do build it up, it looks very natural and like a nice flush of color. So I really like that one. And I used the e.l.f. angled blush brush to put that on with. Probably about $2, $3 brush. And it's just angled, and you can just like put it right on your cheek. It works really well. So that's our blush and our brush to go with it. Okay, so the next thing you're going to need is a highlighter. This really makes your cheeks pop. It brings life to your face. It just makes you look like you're glowing and you have really healthy skin. So I recommend one of these. These three. These are the L'Oreal True Match Lumi highlighters. And they have one in like a gold color. This one is for warm undertones. And then they have a rose color, which is for neutral undertones. And then they have like the icy color, which is for cool undertones. So I'm not going to jump into undertones right now. Just pick based on like how light you are. If you're super white like me, use the icy one. If you are a medium shade, then use the rosy one. And then if you are super tan, then use the golden bronzy one. So I like the icy one. That's what I'm wearing today on my cheekbones. And so I really like that brand. And then I use the e.l.f. fan brush. This is like $1 to put it on with. Okay, the last thing that we're going to talk about is lipstick. I really like MAC lipsticks. They're like my ride or die. But if I have to wear another lipstick, I'll wear the Maybelline. This is like their Color Sensational line. And the one I picked is for light skin. And it's really important for an everyday basis to pick a very neutral color. So for very light fair people, I like a pink undertone lipstick. So this one is 015 Born With It. And this is just a like classic pinky nude. That's what I'm wearing on my lips today. If you're a medium color, you just go with like a straight nude. And then if you are darker, you need to go with like a little bit deeper nude. But make sure that you don't pick a nude that is lighter than your skin, or you're going to look dead. So whatever color you go with, I would go with one a little bit deeper than my skin, so you can tell that you got on lipstick and it don't just completely wash you out. So that was the last thing on our list. Alright guys, so that was everything that you need from the drugstore to make a full face of makeup. And we'll go more in depth on how to apply these things in the near future. So thanks for stopping by and watching. If you have any favorites that you want me to try out, then leave me a comment down below. And if you like this series and you like this type of video, then leave me a like. And please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 500 and I'm very, very close. And I'm ready to give that bag away so I can do my next giveaway. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.